Hi, I'm Sarah, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a blue plaque. Across London there are plaques that tell us about where important people in history lived and about the important things that they did. You have been learning about visual artist Sonia Boyce and her work, and the plaque we will be making is to celebrate her. To begin with, we will need to make a list of key words that describe the important things about Sonia Boyce. Think about what you've learned about Sonia and her artwork, and then think about what words you can come up with. Here are just a few examples of words that I found. Artist, international, Afro-Caribbean, culture, and identity. Now we're going to begin making our plaque. Step 1. Covering a balloon in papier-mâché. To start with, we need to blow up a balloon. Here's one I blew up earlier, which I'm going to set to one side. Next, we need to tear or cut strips from our newspaper and white paper. It's important to do this first before you begin to make the paste, so that the paste doesn't set while you're cutting paper. Here's a pile I made earlier. Stir together the wallpaper paste and some warm water in a large mixing bowl until well combined. Add extra tap water a little at a time to loosen. You want a smooth batter-like paste with no lumps in it, like this. I'm also going to add a little PVA glue for a harder finish. Please make sure you don't put your fingers in your mouth while using the paste and wash your hands afterwards. Make sure your work area is covered with a table covering like this. Dip the paper strips in the paste . Wipe the excess off the side of the bowl and stick. I'm also going to use a paintbrush to smooth down the paper and remove any air bubbles or excess paste, which will give us a nice smooth finish. We need to keep going until we have finished covering the whole balloon. Repeat the cover, making sure you overlap the strips and place in different directions. Leave to dry before adding any further layers. I recommend 2 layers. The balloon will need to be completely dry before we move on to the next stage. It normally takes 24 hours to dry in between layers. As you can see, the final layer I have used is white paper, which will give us a nice clear surface for painting. Step 2. Decorating the blue plaque. Now your balloon is dry, we can carefully cut it in half so that we can begin to decorate our plaque. Younger pupils may need support with this bit. Now we can paint the balloon halves blue so that they begin to resemble one of the blue plaques. I'm painting quite a thick layer of paint here so that the papier-mâché layer doesn't show through when I'm finished. We now have to wait for the paint to dry before moving on to the final stage. Step 2.5, decorating the blue plaque. Now we have the blue background for our plaque, it's time to add some words. Here I have some of the key words I wrote down about artist Sonia Boyce, which we are now going to add to our plaque. There are two different ways of adding the words on that I'm going to show you, painting or collaging. To begin, carefully think about your design and where you want to add each word onto your plaque and what size you're going to write your words. Big or small. If you would like to paint the words on, use some white paint and a thin brush and carefully paint the words onto your plaque like I am doing now. Or, if you would like to collage your words, you can do it like this. I've carefully written some words onto paper. I've cut them out and I'm going to use a little bit of PVA glue and stick them onto my plaque. Here is my finished plaque as an example. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you have fun making your plaques about artist Sonia Boyce. Good luck!